Guys, please check your audio and video settings, please. Guys, everyone, please check your audio and video settings, please. Yeah, so far we worked with the JDBC template now, boss. First with direct methods, then callback method. Okay. Now listen. In JDBC template, queries can have parameters. What are those parameters, guys? Only positional parameters are allowed. Positional parameter means question mark symbols are allowed. Okay, question mark symbols are identified with their indexes now, boss. Question mark symbol and they are identified with indexes, right now, boss? Now I'll ask one interesting question here. I'll ask one small interesting question. Okay. I have a query with 20 question marks. Identifying them, providing index them is very, very complex. Or identifying them and providing index to them is very, very complex. What do you say, boss? Lot of complexity is involved or not involved, boss? We may get confusion. In that situation, it's better to provide a name to each parameter. It's better to provide a name to each parameter. I want reply. It's better to provide a name to each parameter. To recognize those names of parameter and to send and execute SQL queries, we need to use what? Named parameter JDBC type. What, guys? We need to deal with named parameter JDBC type, right? What is the one we should use? Named parameter JDBC type. Clear, my dear? Got the clarity, boss? See, named parameter JDBC template. Named parameter JDBC template internally uses JDBC template class object and supports the named parameters. The parameters in SQL query can have names, boss, can have the names. Syntax is colon name. Syntax is colon name. Hey, but named parameter JDBC template also internally uses JDBC template. Parameters in the SQL query can have names. Syntax is colon name. If the SQL query is having multiple positional parameters, then counting them and providing index for them is complex process. Sometimes we may give wrong indexes while setting the values to the query params. To overcome this problem, take the support of named parameter JDBC template. I just now have explained now, my dear. Total, how many approaches are there to work with Spring JDBC? JDBC template, named parameter JDBC template, simple JDBC template removed from Spring 4.x, simple JDBC insert, simple JDBC call, and mapping SQL operations as subclasses. Okay, last one and third one is not so useful. Okay, we are not going to discuss. Remaining three techniques we are going to discuss. Today we are in the second technique now, boss. Yeah. Now listen. Super. This named parameter JDBC template converts named parameters into positional parameter, nothing but question mark, and hands over the query to JDBC template to send and execute the SQL query in database. To send and execute the SQL query in database software. And for us, they are named parameters, boss. Before going before sending SQL query to database software. Come on. Again, they will be converted into positional parameter, nothing but question mark symbols. Why, sir? Database software understand query with positional parameter. It does not understand query with named parameter. For our convenience, for our comfort, they allow us to keep parameters in the form of names. But before query goes to database software, executes in database software, every named parameter will be converted into positional parameter. Every named parameter will be converted into positional parameter. Got the point, my dear? Question mark symbols are called positional params. To create named parameter JDBC template class object, data source object is the dependent object. That means here also we need to inject data source object now, boss. Here also we need to inject data source object. Which database, how to interact, everything is decided here. We can set values to named parameters of SQL query using following mechanisms. While working with the named parameter JDBC template, we can set the values to named parameter using two techniques, guys. Using map object. Here, named parameters are keys and param values as the values. We must take named parameters as the keys and we should take named param values as the values. Clear, boss? Using map object. Next, using SQL parameter source interface implementation class object. Using SQL parameter source interface implementation class object. Are you understanding my statement, guys? Using SQL parameter source interface implementation class object. Number one, map SQL parameter source object. Map SQL parameter source object. That's the number one. We need to specify the names and values of parameters manually by using add value method. But guys, manually using add value. Okay. This is interface one. Map SQL parameter source class object is the one implementation class SQL parameter source interface. Next one. We proper SQL parameter source object. Here the names of name must match with the model class object properties. Here Java bean class object data can be used as name or parameter values. We want to set Java bean class object data as the values of the name parameter. Go for this option. Otherwise, go for this option. Everyone getting my point? Map SQL parameter source objects. Yeah, though there are two techniques, but overall three techniques. Because in second one, two sub-options are there now. As a map object, named parameters as the keys, values as the values. By using SQL parameter source interface implementation class object. SQL parameters source interface implementation class object. As map SQL parameter source object, as bean property SQL parameter source object. Everyone understanding my statement, guys? 1 plus 2, total 3 ways are there. Now listen, example. The named parameter in SQL query improve the readability and provides easy environment to set the value. Are counting question mark giving indexes to them is very complex na boss. Counting question mark and giving indexes to them is very complex na boss. Rather, if every parameter is having some particular name, it will be easy to identify and it will be easy to set the value to that. Select employee number, employee name, job, sal, department number from EMP, where EMP NO greater than equal to min. Super. And EMP NO less than or equal to max. These are named parameters. These are named parameters. Got it, my dear? Colon min is one named parameter, colon max is another named parameter. These two are named parameters. What do you say, guys? Yeah. Earlier we used to give question mark symbols. Now I am giving min and max, min and max. Okay, but listen, min and max are named parameter. They are for our reference sake. Every named parameter must be converted into question mark symbol. Okay, in order to send and execute query in database software. Because database software understands only positional parameters in the query, not the named parameter, not the named parameter. Every named parameter must be converted to positional param because the database software understands only positional params, not the named params, not the named param. You know one thing? Once named parameters are converted with positional params, that query will be handed over to JDBC template for execution. Is it not interesting, Rai Babu? That means named parameter JDBC template internally incorporates JDBC template class object. Internally incorporates JDBC template object. As long as you are dealing with named parameter, this will come into picture. Once the named parameters of that query are replaced with positional parameter, the query will be handed over to JDBC template. And the JDBC template will take care of execution of it. The JDBC template will take care of the execution of the query. Super. Tell me, guys. We must inject data source object to named parameter JDBC template using constructor injection because setter injection is not supported to inject to JDBC, data source object. The methods of named parameter JDBC template also supports callback interfaces like row mapper, result set extractor, and etc. Here also we can deal with callback interfaces. Here also we can deal with callback interfaces. Right now, boss? Okay, guys. Once the named params of the SQL query are translated to once the named params of the SQL query are translated to positional parameter. Okay. The named parameter JDBC template class object handovers the query to SQL query to JDBC template class object. Handovers the SQL query to JDBC template class object. Understanding my statement? To send and execute to send and execute the SQL query in database. Everyone getting my point? Super. Okay, first example application, guys. Spring JDBC, Spring Context Support, OJDBC 8.9, Hikari CP, Lambda KPI. Don't you think it is same as our previous project, guys? Don't you think it's same as our previous project? All dependencies are same. We'll take a new project, but we will try to change the code only, not the remaining. What's our one? 64. Those all editors. I'm taking the same setup, guys. Pros 03. Named parameter JDBC. Named parameter JDBC. Super boss. Tell me. am.nt.da. I employee DA overs. Lambda KPI is already actually in this project. Lambda KPI is not there. Yeah, in first project we didn't add Lambda KPI. Why? Because we didn't deal with any Java bean. We did not deal with any Java bean in the first project, right? Yeah, what is there in that? Without it taking much time, you can do that. Lambda KPI. I think everyone able to work with Lambda KPI successfully. Did you install Project Lambda plugin, boss? I hope everyone installed Project Lambda plugin. Done this. I'll keep the code, but everything I will try to develop on my own. I'll empty everything rather. I'll empty everything. As I'll empty everything. I'll empty everything. So that we'll get the feel, okay, coding is happening from scratch. Right? Time can be saved and feel will come. Then I will go for client model class development numbers. Initially not required, guys. Initially not required. I want to get okay, guys. I want to get what is my first requirement that I have taken? Get employees count by salary range. For a single value, I'm going to get 10 employees, 20 employees, 30 employees. DAO client. Okay, now let's go for DAO. Right click, interface, I employee DAO. I employee. Public int. Get EMPs count by salary range. Double start salary, double end salary. Double start salary, double end salary. Right click new employee. Tell me. I employee DAO IM. Oh, this is going to give single record. Count, I said, count. Employees count. Please put your brain. Don't be blind. I employee DAO. Okay, how to make it as a spring bean, guys? At the rate DAO comes spring bean. EMPD. Next. Private named parameter JDBC template. MPJT. Superna at the rate auto. At the rate auto. Private named parameter JDBC template MPJT. I employee DAO, I employee DAO, I am. I employee DAO, I am. Super bus. Next one. Here I am going to take the query. Private static final string babu. Get underscore EMPs underscore count by sal range. Select count to star from EMP where count to star from EMP where tell me salary greater than or equal to question and salary less than or equal to question. You should use question marks, named parameters. Greater than or equal to colon mean less than or equal to colon means. I think column name is salary, boss. Technically speaking, column name is salary. Sal. Technically speaking, column name is sal, not the salary, right? Select count to star from EMP where sal greater than or equal to colon min and sal less than or equal to colon max. I employee DAO, I employee DAO, I employee. I employee DAO, I employee DAO, I employee. Right now, boss? Super. Yeah. So first of all, I want to set values to this query parameter using map object. See guys, map string comma object params map is equal to new hash map. New hash map of this. Super. Tell me. Params map dot put. Params map dot put. Tell me. Here is what? Min start value. Params map dot put. Here is max. Here is end. Params map dot put min start. Params map dot put max. We are ready with the map object now, my dear. We are ready with the map object. We are ready with the map object. Clear. Next one. Int count is equal to MPJT named parameter JDBC template. MPJT. Tell me. Query for, we are looking for single value, right? Query for object. Query for object. Tell me. Get employees count by salary range. Super. What is next one? Params map. Parameters map, guys. Next. What is the value of the parameter? What we want to set, guys? Value. These are the, this is setting param values. So what is the required type? What is the required type, my dear? Integer dot class, right? Integer dot class. Here is my return count. Here is my return count. End of the method. End of the class. Anything great, boss? Params map is representing name of the named parameters. Values of the named parameter. Check it out. Min. Max. Representing names and values of the named parameter. What do you say, guys? It's happening or not happening? It's happily representing the names and values of the named parameter. Come on, my dear. Here is min, here is max. Here is min, here is max. Get EMPs count by salary range. Params map integer dot class. Required type. Required type, guys. Return counts. Super. Then we have to go by service class now. Class. Employee management service. Why line number 18 is showing yellow marker? Okay. Generics are not used now, that's why. Generics are not used. Generics are not specified that. Just warnings. Don't ignore the warnings. Keys and values are not mentioned. So here also you mention key values, then tension will. Actually, that is optional from latest new versions. That is optional in the latest versions, right? Yes, boss. Public int fetch EMPs count by employees range. Fetch EMPs count by range, right? Fetch EMPs count by salary range. Double start, double end. Double start, double end. Got it? New class, guys. Employee management service IM. Interface. Employee management service. Okay. Employee management service. At the rate service. EMP service. At the rate service, EMP service. Here we have to inject DAO na. Employee DAO, EMP DAO. At the rate auto wide. At the rate auto wide. At the rate auto. Superna boss, use DAO. Get employee salary by range. Start comma end. Here is my count. Here is my count. You guys. Now let's see the client application, boss. Yeah, everything is same, Ramo. Only the difference is instead of positional parameters, we are using named parameters. Apart from that, anything great, guys? Nothing. Named parameter JDBC template. Named parameter JDBC template. Regular stuff. Create IOC container, right? Create IOC containers. Tell me how to create IOC container. Class path XML application context CTX is equal to new class path XML application context com/nt/cfz/ application context dot x application context dot x. Get to Spring Bean class object reference. Okay, get to service class object reference now. We need to get service class object reference. Yeah, what is that, guys? Employee management service, EMP service. CTX dot get bill, EMP service. Tell me guys, I employee management service dot super. Invoke the business method. Here we need to invoke the business method or not? Definitely we need to invoke the business method. Yeah, boss. Invoke the business method. Tell me how to invoke the business method. Right. Into EMP's count is equal to CTX dot get bill, EMP service. Sorry. Okay, your business method na EMP service dot fetch employees count 60,000 dot okay 80,000 60,000 dot or 80,000. Super. So employees counting EMPs count. Employees counting EMPs catch exceptionally E dot print stack trace close the cut. CTX dot name parameter JDBC. Right click on as Java. Oh, such period definition EMP service. Employee management service is a service. Why it is not tell me? Because our screen configuration file is incomplete. Okay. What is the one I should inject? I have injected DAO class. Name the parameter JDBC template, right? What is the one I injected here? Name the parameter JDBC template. right? At the rate auto void named parameter JDBC. Method declaration DAO IMPL class service IMPL class named parameter JDBC. Superna boss. Right click run as Java application. Still error. Why? In application context.xml empty na boss. So DAO needs named parameter JDBC template. Named parameter JDBC template needs data source, right? So we need to go for injections respectively now. So first, what is this? This is for predefined classes. But DAO service are what? User defined classes. So to scan them and to detect them as Spring Beans, we need to enable component scanning or not? We definitely need to enable component scanning or not? What do you say, my dear? Are you with me? Getting my point? We definitely need to enable component scanning, guys. Data source configuration. Yeah, what is the, in standalone application, what is the best data source, guys? Standalone application, what is the best one in data source, guys? Come on, I want reply. Data source configuration. Tell me. Bean ID, HKCP, Hikari CP. Class is equal to Hikari data source. Hikari data source. Super. I want to do setter injection on the properties. JDBC driver class name. Driver class name. Tell me. Driver class name. Value. Tell me. Driver class name value. Arakill dot JDBC dot driver dot Arakill driver. Super. Super guys. Super. Tell me next one. Tell me next one. Property name. JDBC URL. Value is equal to. Tell me. JDBC colon. This is mistake now, boss. Driver class name is right on. JDBC colon. Arakill colon. Thin colon. @ localhost colon. 1521 colon XC. 1521 colon X. Property name, username, guys. Value is equal to system. Property name, password. Value is equal to manage. Property name. Property name, username, password is equal to. Next one. Okay. Initial pool size, right? Maximum pool size. Tell me here what is there. Value is equal to 100. Value is equal to 100, right, boss? What's happening next? Property. Something is going wrong with the keyboard. Yeah. Next one. Property name. Minimum idle, min idle, minimum idle. Value is equal to 10. Tell me next one. Alexa, activate balcony center light. Configure named parameter JDBC template. Named parameter JDBC template, guys. Bean ID MPJT, right? Class is equal to named parameter JDBC template. Tool. Yeah, what is the one? Construct -arg. Here, no provision to inject through setter injection. Somehow they have not given setter method. Tell me, guys. What is there? Name data source. Ref is equal to HKC. Ref is equal to HKC. Guys, give me 2 minutes time. 2 minutes. Cargo తీసుకురండి. Sorry. Guys, please come back. Construct -arg data source. Ref is equal to HKCP, right now, boss? This is predefined classes. We configure them as Spring Beans like this. Super. What about user-defined classes? We need to enable component scan for them. Enable component scan for them. Enable component scan for them. Context colon component scan. Base package is equal to com.nt.sbeans. Not sbeans. Com.nt is sufficient now, boss. Com.nt is sufficient now, boss. Come on. Right. Let's see. Without component scan, they are not recognized, right? Java application. Employee count is 0. Maybe satisfying this condition, there are no records. No. Satisfying this condition, there might not be any records. Connect. Username is system. Password is manager, right? Select star from EM. Oh, there na. 90,000. Either more or less. Middle not there, fine. Problem. We'll make it 6,000 and 80,000. 6,000, 80,000 records will be there now, boss. Definitely. Employee count is 4. Employee count is 4. Except named parameter, anything great in this, guys? Except named parameter, anything great in this, guys? Yeah, internals, guys. See? First I prepared params map, param names, param values. First one, SQL query. Map object query param values. Result required type you what you want. See what is happening internally when this method is called. This method takes the given SQL query with named parameters. Given SQL query with named parameters. Super. And converts the named parameters to positional parameters. Converts the named parameters to positional parameters, right, boss? Tell me. Collects the injected DS from named parameter JDBC template class object. Handovers the converted SQL query having positional parameters to JDBC template object, which is inside the named parameter JDBC template class object. Check it out. Inside named parameter JDBC template object is there na? Super. Next. Using DS, gets the connection object from connection pool. Creates the prepared statement object having SQL query with positional parameter as the pre-compiled SQL query. Come on, guys, everything is same now onwards. Old story only, right? Only conversion is in the query named parameters are allowed officially, but internally they will be. Sets the map collection element values as the query param values. Executes the SQL query and gets the result set object. Super. Calls rs.next method. Calls rs.next method. Are you will get result set object with count na, boss? Or you will get result set object. This is the result set object, right? This is my BFR. This is my ALR. BFR means before first record. ALR means after last record. Here is my RS. RS means result set. RS means result set. Here is the count to 100. Are count to 10. Okay. What is the index of the value? 1. What is the index of this? Again 1. Calls rs.next and calls rs.getInt of 1. Calls rs.next and calls rs.getInt of 1 to get the results as the numeric value. To simply get the results as the numeric value. Getting my point? Gives the result to query for object method. That result goes to DAO class method. From there it goes to service class method. From there it goes to client application. Except converting positional named parameter to positional parameter, remaining everything is same na, boss? The remaining everything is same na. Remaining everything is same na, boss? Check it out. DAO interface. Next. Injected named parameter JDBC template. Nice. This one. Data source creation. Injection of data source to named parameter JDBC template. Okay. Then service interface. Then service IMPL class. To the service DAO is injected, Babu. To the service DAO is injected. Come on. To the service DAO is injected. After that, DAO class logic is written here. Here is our client application. Here is our client application. Right now, boss. Okay, remaining everything is same now. Except benefit of positional param, there is no other special benefit with named parameter JDBC template. Final conclusion has come now, boss. Right. Okay. What is the technique I used to set the values to named parameters here? First technique, that means this is over, right? Second one is, sorry, not that one. Sorry, guys. This one is over. In B, A and in B also 1 and 2 are there. In section B also 1 and 2 are there. In section B also 1 and 2 are there. Come on. Two point 2.2. So we will discuss them when we meet in the next class. Everyone liked it, guys? Except benefit of named parameter, nothing else is great. Query is having less parameter, I still recommend positional parameter. More and more is there, and you want to enjoy named parameter, then only go for it. Then only go for it. So if I get the chance, I will remove named parameter JDBC template. So grammar, why you will confuse, guys? So grammar is a matured person, right? I don't think he will confuse for small things. Unnecessarily conversion, extra work for that JDBC template. Is not industry standard, sorry. Industry standard is still what? JDBC template and positional parameter. Yeah, while working with Hibernate, named parameters are good. There, this much hangama is not there. But in JDBC level, positional parameters are there. JDBC level, positional parameters are still good to use. Still great to use. Array 10.1 means is the index of the result set now, boss. Every record, every value in the result set will have an index, right? So we did not remove, na? We are still teaching named parameter JDBC template, right? This is the record index. Within the record, this is the column index. Super. Got it. Enjoyed, boss. In XML file, you need not to maintain the order. Anyway, any order we can write it. Naushad has come up with some solution. All problems comes to you only now, boss. Lambak API. Could not find project Lambak P2. Maybe this URL is wrong. Why you type it? You tell me. This URL is wrong now, boss. You are typing unnecessarily, Rababu. Stupid fellow who asked you to type, Rababu. And moreover, now you don't have common sense. For every URL after HTTP/ will be there. Why space U is there? And moreover, who asked you to type, waste fellow? In the screenshot URL is there, you also typed. There is an add button. Or when you select it, from there you have to select it. Now, this is what I say common sense, Babu. This is what I say common sense. Okay, whether you really typed correctly or no. How URL will have space and you tell me? Why URL is not having // tell me? I really cannot control my spell by seeing the mistake he has chosen, right? No, you see, if option is not there, you added manually. But at least you should use common sense now while typing. Come on, basic thing. URL will have space and words. Naushad will feel bad if I highlight these points. Naushad, grow up, man. Please grow up. Even the 10th class student will not do these mistakes, you know. I'm really sad, you know, as an engineering graduate, you are doing mistake without using basic presence of mind. Okay. And now he's playing game with me. No, sir, wrong file is uploaded. Super then. Fine, fine. Tell all these stories to your girlfriend and father, mother, Ra Babu. Okay. Okay, let it be not a problem. Tomorrow when we meet, we will discuss how. Yeah, Spring MVC will start. Once JDBC is over, Spring MVC will start, guys. Spring MVC will start. Thank you. Have a nice time. We'll meet tomorrow.